So not only is it heating up outside, but also in the realms of AR glasses, we seemingly get one announcement after another, which is super exciting. And only a few days ago, we learned about the newly announced specs, the AR glasses from Snapchat, which look amazing at a first glance. And now we got some news on XREAL's Aura project, which is powered by Android XR. And this is also some next generation AR glasses and what kind of features it has, when it will be available, what it will cost, and kind of a bit of a comparison to the specs I want to do in this video. I don't want to go in depth in technical features with the specs because also a lot of data has not been made public, at least in terms of the specs. But I also want to talk a bit about this next generation. So let's explore that. First of all, what is XREAL Aura? XREAL is a separate company, a separate brand that has been doing some kind of AR glasses, but it would be more like projecting glasses. So there was the XREAL Beam, and those were more about actually just projecting your monitor, for example, in a virtual space. However, the XREAL Aura is the first real spatial computing glasses, and we can already see it looks a bit different compared to the specs. We have a double screen, so I don't know if we can kind of see that here. So we do have kind of these glasses here, and then this glass here, and then behind that is actually the part where the kind of screen or the image gets projected, at least it seems. The special part about this, and a big difference in comparison to the specs, is that the computation is not built into the glasses. However, we do have a plug, and it's always hidden very nicely on these marketing pictures, but we can see it somehow here. So there's the cable going into this compute unit, which I was in front of, and you could see it right now. So they really like to hide this. However, one big advantage, of course, is that we do actually have a much thinner kind of form factor here compared to the specs. This advantage, of course, is you'll always have to carry on that cable, and all of the computing power, and I guess also most of the battery, is inside of this little, smartphone-like device that will carry on. And it's also actually, there's some kind of reservation here, so 18 limited number editions remaining. So if you are fast, maybe when this video will air, then you might be able to reserve one. But if not, you'll probably also be able to buy one. So first of all, let's talk a bit about the actual things you can do with it. And I personally find that compared to what Snapchat had on the site, I mean, there's a little bit of information, of course. There's Android XR, so there's some kind of Android version running on this, and you have your standard 2D UI apps like this. I think this is Google Meet or something. Gemini, you can watch movies, you can work. You can explore, and here we do see a bit of the 3D aspect, right? So this also has, it seems, dimmed actually glass frames, so which means that you can go from an AR view where you see the whole surrounding and then only a 3D object overlay to a bit more dimmed surrounding. However, of course, as it's glasses, you will always have kind of this view into the actual world and this light coming in from the sides. However, this is definitely a nice effect that also the specs have. And here we also do have a little bit of an example of what you can do in augmented reality. It is powered by the latest Snapdragon Reality Elite platform. Also, this has been announced only recently, a new kind of chip platform. I think they also, so the previous generation also powered stuff like the Quest 3 or the Pico, and this seems to be the new generation. In a nutshell, I think it's about 30% CPU improvement, 60% GPU, and 150% faster in running on-device machine learning, with also the ability to run local LLMs. I think it was up to 3 billion active parameters, which is also quite interesting because this would also mean that the Gemma models would run on this. So a good update. We don't know actually for the specs. They also run some kind of Snapdragon processor. If this is some kind of adjusted processor, might be exactly the same, but also pretty interesting. Besides that, we also have, of course, the optical see-through presence, which is really nice, and seeing something that's actually made with the XREAL Aura, which is more interesting than what you can see here. We can find actually on the Unity page, because one thing I really appreciate about the XREAL Aura using Android XR compared to the specs is that it's much more open for developer tools. So I think this is also one comparison point here. For example, the specs from Snapchat, they only work with Lens Studio. So they only work with Lens Studio, which is essentially this proprietary solution by Snapchat, which is free and is also pretty good. But if you're already an Android developer, if you're already a Unity developer, you would have to learn Lens Studio, which is running on TypeScript. Or if you're using something like React or Kotlin and whatnot, you're not able to build spatial apps for the new specs, though they support WebXR, but it's not, of course, not supported in Unity, for example. While with the XREAL Aura, you'll be able to work with Unity, and it also supports, which is amazing, Unity's already existing AR stack, which means any kind of app that has been created using AR Foundation, which is Unity's proprietary AR tool, can be ported or can be actually run on the XREAL Aura. So this means if you build an AR app for your Quest 3 for Pico using Unity, using AR Foundation, this will most likely, with some adjustments, also run on the XREAL Aura, it seems, because they're using the same XR templates and samples, which is extremely cool. It also supports immersive mode. So if we have a look at this, for example, here. So this is running on the XREAL Aura, and this is, in my opinion, much more impressive than what they actually show on the website itself, because this is essentially a fully immersive game that you would have on your Quest, on an XR headset, running on a lightweight AR glasses, which has the processor kind of stored in your pocket. Of course, as you can see a bit here on the borders, if you actually have the glasses on, you will always see kind of your surroundings somewhere here, but still pretty impressive. And this is great because it will not require developers to learn a new tool, but just port their existing, for example, Quest apps, which they've already built, to the XREAL Aura. And one more thing I definitely see, which is also an advantage compared to, for example, the specs, is the pricing. So it was stated that the XREAL Aura will cost under $1,500, while the specs will cost $2,159 to about $2,200, $2,150. So there's a good pricing difference here, I guess. The pricing difference comes just from the built-in processor, because this is kind of the most difficult part, and also because I guess the different way that they handle the glasses, right? So here they do have like this kind of second display, which we already saw a minute ago, while the specs have kind of all of the computing and all of the 3D overlay within just the glass, which is pretty cool. And one more advantage is also the 70-degree optical see-through display, which means you do have a wider field of view. I think these specs do have about 51 or 52 degrees of field of view. And this was also one disadvantage from the old Spectacles generation. So they just had a quite narrow field of view, which destroys a bit these immersive experiences, right? So one very cool thing is that the XREAL Aura will be available this fall, it seems. So about the same time frame, looking maybe October, November, I guess a conservative estimation, about the same point of time that the specs will also release, which is extremely interesting. And I feel like we're finally getting kind of the stone rolling and all of that, lightweight AR glasses world. Well, it has to be seen which one will eventually become maybe these most successful AR glasses. The specs are, of course, more of a lifestyle, a luxury, all-in-one solution. I think both of these AR glasses have their advantages. Both are pretty unique. I actually want to have and test out both, but it's pretty interesting to know. And for you guys, I definitely would recommend keeping an eye on the XREAL website and keeping an eye on if we will hopefully soon have an actual release date or a closer release time frame than just fall of this year. But still very amazing, very cool times. And I really want to know your guys' opinion. What do you think about the new XREAL Aura? I think this actually has been announced even before the specs. However, there were just very little information about it and also no real kind of in-glasses footage, if you want to call it like this, and also no release date, of course. So we'll have to see. A lot of information has not been given. There are very little specs about the specs, if you want to say so. Also, there could be more technical information about Aura, because it also seems like the sensors and all of that, which is here. We can see maybe something like a time of flight or LiDAR sensor here, 2 cameras. Also very interested how that compares to the specs and also how in the end the actual AR performance will be. Alright, so with that said, I think this is it for the video. Let me know in the comments what you think, and happy to talk to you soon. So with that said, thanks a lot for watching and see you next time.